Yo, 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 what's up, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of the Pot Podcast with Tigmatic and Jamie the Fox. We here, y'all. Listen, we was on a break, man. Look, things was going on. There was a lot going on, you know what I'm saying? We was on a break. I had a little COVID scare, you know what I'm saying? I had to get COVID test all crazy. It was a lot, you know what I'm saying? But we here, you know what I'm saying? We back at it. We moving and booming. And we about to be on our 60th episode after this one. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to everybody that's been watching. I want to say thank you to everybody that's been watching. UK, Africa, you know what I'm saying? Puerto Rico, people, you know what I'm saying, in Philly. Shout out to Philly, you know what I'm saying? Y'all been holding a brother down. Shout out to hometown, you know what I'm saying?
That part.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So, Fox, what up, though? How you feeling?
Hey, y'all, listen. Hey, Tig, I'm feeling good. Man, I'm so happy to be here with y'all, okay? Y'all, this a new season. And we
Yeah,
starting this new season off crazy because this not just anybody sitting right here.
that's a fact.
This gentleman right here I met over a decade ago. Um, and ever since then, he never stopped working. And for me, that's what's important. Like, to just not stop working. It don't mean overwork. It means to keep on going at whatever you believe in. So shout out to him, you, and anyone that just really just try their best to keep on going.
That's a fact. Shout out to all the hard workers out here. So, without further ado, folks, you know what I'm saying? We got a filmmaker in the building. You know what I'm saying? Solidified filmmaker has 11 films out here, Netflix, Tubi, you know what I'm saying? He's shaking and moving out here. I just watched the movie last night and I'm going to go watch some more tonight, you know what I'm saying? And that's
Right.
what it is. So without further ado, I want to welcome Jerome Upchurch, a.k.a.
Gudda
Guddafilms.
Films.
Yeah.
Hey.
Appreciate it.
Welcome
Appreciate
to
it,
the
my
pod
brother.
there, brother.
Appreciate it. Appreciate it, my brother.
Hey, man, listen, it's good to have you here, man. And I like what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? I like what you're doing. I like your creativity, you know what I'm saying, and how you bring things to life. So even though I just gave you an introduction, why don't you give the people an introduction like only you can?
I mean, I'm not good on introductions, but yeah, my name's Jerome Upchurch, formerly ownership of the Gudda Films company. I started Gudda Films 2000 about 2009 when I first publishing videos. Um, yeah, I'm an artist, producer, everything in the field in the entertainment I touch my hands on. So
Oh man, that's dope. That's dope. That's definitely dope. So man, 11 films, man. Like, what's that like? Like, what that feel like right now? Like, how does that feel to hear people say that? Even just introducing you, when people talk about you and they say, "Yeah, you got 11 films out here right now." Like, what does that feel like for you?
I mean, it feel good. Just to be a part of that many films, and just to think that I'll be working on more because it's actually 16, and by in a couple months, so it'll be like 19. So I'm working on at least 3 or 4 films
Oh,
every
that's
year,
dope.
and I worked on like 4 or 5 films this year.
Yeah,
Um, and sometimes it's like I want to work on more, but uh, it's like your table get full, and it's like I want to work with you, I want to work with you, but it's like it's too much. So it's like you got to balance the workload so you can be proficient and sharp.
Right.
So I never want to do a project and feel lackluster on it. I just want to have full energy on each project, give each project full energy.
I want to
Um,
piggyback off that for a second, that it really does take you to understand you one person. Like, a lot of people don't understand that, and they can learn from what you just said. We are good at a bunch of things, but you can only do but so much at one time. So even
mhm,
if 20 people talking to you, if you already working on a big project that require your attention, you got to be mindful of that when you take on new customers. I just
mhm,
wanted to say
mhm.
that.
Yeah, it's considered because it's a people's game, and and you wanna, and as business wise, you want to make sure everybody is happy with their product, and also within my company, whenever I'm doing a movie, um, I kind of just block everybody out as far as the community, so I kind of just lock in because that's what it takes. If I took a lot of movies, um, I wouldn't have got corrupted minds done.
Right,
And it was hard getting that done because in between the time I was shooting other movies.
right,
So and unfortunately, the loss I came across on my cast. So I
right,
was breeding. I was breeding my actors since they was young.
right,
So when they passed in the physical form, it kind of did something to me spiritually, even putting the film out.
right,
So the first premiere, um, you know, I had to deal with it, not by myself, of course, my family support, and Kid Nice, he been helping me out through
Shout out
everything.
to Kid Nice.
Yeah,
right,
so he been a major support system for me with everything going on.
right,
Because we started from nothing, started from doing web series, because I really didn't even think about really doing a movie until I took a trip to Florida and I seen an anime that was in the theaters, but I knew it was a web series. I was like, well,
Right.
what's this doing in theaters? So it kind of made me think on my plane ride back to Philly. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna make a movie on my TV series,
right,
So um, even the texture of things I like is different.
right,
Like I like the hood classics, but I watch Game of Thrones,
Right.
Avengers, things that can really creatively put your mind in different places.
right.
So
All right, that's dope, man. So I want to ask my first question to you, and it's how do you balance your mental health with the demands of the entertainment industry?
um the balance of my mental health with the entertainment industry. That's a good question. Because the only reason it's a good question because we use art for expression, and it may come out from traumatic experiences.
Right,
So through that, you might see it as a gateway of letting go of that pain through music and movies and expression. So it balances it, because without art and not having a way to express yourself, mental health will be at a all-time high. So if people had no way to express themselves, it'll be madness. And that's where I see with a lot of people, even the people that do demonic um art, they're suffering from pain. So the life cycle of the purpose of why I wanted to make movies is being that bug on the wall and just seeing how people go to jail, they get killed, people go to jail, they get killed, and I keep seeing it. back, and and it's just like a cycle of it. So even me, just like being around the people, and I wouldn't say I respect what they do, but I understand, what I'm saying. But it's just like me not putting myself in position and having my own, because I never idolize anybody. Only
There's no
idolize like
need to.
my father, what I'm saying, like
Hmm.
my parents. So a lot of people idolize these false prophets, so they be stuck in a mental space that's not even them.
Right?
I feel like a lot of people go through mental issues because of trying to make the wrong people happy. You know what I'm saying? Like
Exactly.
even even like the ice, the money, the cars, that type of stuff can mentally damage people.
Right.
Constantly seeing that, scrolling and scrolling on social media. So it's like,
Especially if they get it too fast. I want to speak on that for a second. As someone that's been doing stuff for years, and I watch people that, I met them when they didn't have a lot of things or they didn't have money and stuff. And, I was always the type to just believe in people if I see something in them. And these same people, I came back, remember, I got hacked, all this other stuff. When I came back, these people act like they too good to talk to me or too good to do something with me, but that's where they started at. So I want to speak on the fact that we got to remain humble and not forget who was there for us. Sometimes we got to take our personal emotions out of stuff and
Yeah.
realize when people really extended their self. Because someone like me, someone like you that's out here putting people in positions to do different things than what they used to, even if it's just a radio show, an interview, uh, giving you something you might ain't have money for at the time. We
Yeah, it
gotta
all takes
acknowledge our
time.
blessings. We
It all
do.
mhm,
takes time, and it definitely can have a toll on you. As you know, Jamie, you know what I'm saying?
Even
Like,
in
you
being
know why
able.
part of my break was the fact that it was mentally draining me. I went 19 episodes straight with no break. You know what I'm
And
saying?
I'm
So it
like,
was
bro,
like
it's not
work, work,
healthy.
work, work,
Like,
work, work, work. You know what I'm saying? So it can definitely get like that. You know what I'm saying?
and
So
you
I
yeah,
need
definitely
people
agree
around
with
you.
both of y'all on that.
You do. The people around you gotta
definitely
tell you
gotta
though
be
too
mentally
when they see
strong,
you.
That's a
Facts.
fact.
because I lost three people, three close people. The people that's on the cover, Tonk, Nas, and Gunna, they all passed away.
Yeah, and you
2000.
put that in the beginning of the movie as well.
Yeah.
And
Rest
if
in
y'all
peace to
didn't
them.
know that, that's a heavy load right there because imagine building something with people and then they not here no more, but you want to continue, to give them, some light and to make sure people don't forget, because
Right.
it
Hmm.
wasn't just about the context of the movie. Once that happened, that's like reality for real, and people need to see that like these young men not here no more. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like they made this beautiful project, but they not here. So I want to say this to say rest in peace to them, to their
Let's have a
families.
moment of silence. Let's have a
Say,
moment of silence.
yeah, sure.
All right. All right. Rest in peace to the fallen. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So how does these things that you go through, as far as your mental health, how does it affect your creative process?
A lot. Shit, as I was editing it, I lost Nas. You know what I'm saying? So I was damn near crying editing it. Some people was like, nah, you guys were just don't even finish it. You know, so it's like I'm so resilient once I feel as though the world is pushing me towards, um, s- you know, opposite of where I want to do. You know, so I know like it's easy to give up. It's real easy. You can just sit in a corner and just give up. Like, oh my gosh. Or you can just pick yourself up. And you picking yourself up can enlighten the next individual that's going through something way, way worse circumstance. Um, and it can be enlightening. You know, I can save a life. A life was lost,
Absolutely.
but I can also save a life. You know, because that was my main intent. You know, so when I knew that that happened, and how I felt emotionally as far as um my cast, because I looked at them like family. So
Absolutely.
it was hard, but then again, I had still had support, from a lot of people that did love me, and it just kept reassuring me. You know what I'm saying? So just dealing with it, just keep working, and that's what they will always want it. I know what Nas will want that. You know what I'm saying? So, and he believed in me more at the time, because the belief system can go up and down because frequencies. You know what I'm saying? So it's like when you are faced in a dark cloud in a city itself, it's you got to deal with that. Them dark clouds that you walk outside and breathing in that thick air. You know, you know what I'm saying. So it's just like a lot of things that we had to harden ourselves in, like mold ourselves to be tough. Like, oh, you can survive in Philly, survive anywhere. It's actually true, because once you chisel yourself to the top tier point of yourself, now you're able to maneuver however you want. You know.
Oh man. Oh man, that's definitely dope. And for you to still be resilient and work through it all is definitely uh, a testament within itself, because to lose people along the way while doing projects, man, listen, some of us lose people in other ways, but to physically lose them is very hard to go through. You know, and to still work through it all while still absorbing that pain and still having to push through. I can only imagine how hard that was for you. Um,
Yeah. Yeah.
so what are some coping mechanisms and self care things that you do for yourself to keep your mind straight? Like, tell people a bit about that.
Um. Really, exercising. Um. Doing things outside of my craft. You know. Just simple things like interacting with my family, my son. So it's just like just being a part of the world and not feeling like everything is against you just because your feelings is against you. You know what I'm saying? And then what I realized in entertainment, um, you have to leave emotion out of it. And it's hard because if you're passionate, emotion spreads out, So it's like people that is only doing it for a certain intent, you could tell. You know what I'm saying? So it's like nothing bothers them. It's like, oh well, as long as I'm getting this bag, and you know what I'm saying? So it's just
Yeah,
like I could dig that, because it's like you have to have what's it, the Joker face, but how do you deal with that internally when you by yourself?
it still
So
doesn't equate to happiness, even if
yeah,
you the bag. You know what
right.
I'm
It
saying?
still eats you
I
up.
I
So it's
did
like,
want to say that again.
yeah, so it's just like you just have to you gotta express yourself, right? Like me personally, if I have something on my mind, I even get myself in the studio, exercise, and as far as people I lost, I always put videos on it. Makes me laugh about them. You know what I'm saying? It keeps me in high spirits. Things that we did and stuff like that. So and knowing that it's a bigger storm coming. You know, it's a way bigger storm. So it's just like you gotta always prepare yourself mentally for this holy war, because there's an unseen war going on, And if you're not mentally prepared and spirit and definitely spiritually, spiritually will help with the mental because um it's an out of body experience. It has to be sometimes.
Right.
To even survive in certain situations, you have to have an out of body experience. So if you're in the body and you're just like, oh, and then you living in fear and you just freezing up, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like survival is like short span for a lot of people that freeze up at the wrong time.
Right.
So yeah.
Oh man. So my next question to you is, who is your go-to person to talk to about these things, and how has talking about those things for your mental health helped your personal career?
Um, I could say my father, my mother, uh, my family, so my son. I have all different layers. I have like a whole village. My
Mhm.
cousins. I got cousins that I talk to for hours. Um, and it just helps me because I just try to reassure things that I'm already thinking that they probably already thinking because that's my blood and they know me. So it helped me a lot. You know, you got the support system of saying like, yo, just don't give up, man. Like it's unfortunate, but you got to keep going. Because before all this, you was gone. You know what I'm saying? I was doing this way before. Lost a lot of people, like not losing them through the streets. Like a lot of people went to jail. Um, because I remember when I used to be up Kensington, and this is how I came in the whole culture of the rap in Philadelphia, music in Philadelphia. He was had this older guy always taking me to the studio, um, and he wound up, getting locked up for 25 years, and so you always gonna have people in your life that's gonna be impactful, and it's like for me now, it's like it's all about what you learn and experience from them because you got to take it. You know what I'm saying? Nobody can die together. You know what I'm saying?
That's a
Everybody
fact.
got. So
That's a fact.
I understand that. You know what I'm saying? But it's an unfortunate situation. But it's just like you just got to keep living. I mean, you guys got to keep living. And when I'm saying that, living as far as being productive, trying to make yourself better every day. Always try to kill the old me,
Yeah.
reincarnate myself. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, I can relate to that. I'm big on that, killing the old me. And
You
I
have
got
to.
people like my wife and Fox right here to constantly be on my top, like, Tig, you gotta chill with that. So I understand that because that can
And
help
I
kill the
told
old
myself
you.
that.
yeah,
Yeah,
Another thing that make you a good leader, to anyone that's in here, being a leader is the things we do, but also what we stand for. I elevated the person I was as far as the things I'm doing and how I do it. But my message and what I stood for always was the same. So that didn't change. And a lot of people out here nowadays, y'all, is unauthentic and you can see it and you can feel it from the things that you do when you're around people and stuff. And I want to tell y'all, keep your eyes open, read through
mhm,
everything. Don't get excited about every opportunity because some things could be an opportunity in one ways and hurt you in others. Make sure y'all got y'all entertainment lawyers and all of that if y'all are into the entertainment business.
that's a
That's it.
fact. That's a fact. So Fox, take it away with the next question.
Hey, listen, my question would be, so from over a decade ago till now, what can you say was your biggest accomplishment out of all the things that you did? And this doesn't matter if it's personal life or business. What is your biggest accomplishment in the last decade?
I think my biggest accomplishments was my failures.
Mm, I like
Hey,
that.
I didn't even
Let's talk
expect
about.
that
Let's unpack
response.
that.
Whew, get
Yeah,
him.
let's unpack that.
Just just and I wouldn't even say failures, but just like how I see it, like because I always look back on the playbook of I recap everything like that I do, that I'm trying to do. So even me traveling, you know what I'm saying? At the time I looked at it as a loss. I did a state to state tour from Philly to LA. And I really didn't have much to work with, you know what I'm saying? I was just, you know, taking jobs every state and just trying to get across to the next, get gas for the next state. So I stumbled upon a job in Oklahoma, and so and they said they'll pay for my living expenses and stuff like that, and I was like, wow. And this is from taking that loss, me thinking it was a failure, doing all that. I wound up getting a nice big job, and that's what landed me doing the cinematography for Tiger King.
Right,
Um, so I say that to say this: when you applying your passion and
right,
not really worrying about the rewards, um, is rewarding to yourself by putting yourself through the pain of doing it.
right.
And I was getting homesick. I'm a city boy, so it's just like
Most of,
Yeah,
I was like, man, what I'm doing, I could be. And then it really embedded some things in me. Is like it was like the things I'm doing here, I can apply it to my own business. You know what
absolutely.
I'm saying? But I was being too lazy now, working for the white folk, doing everything they want me to do. But when I was, so it just kind of applied some hustle into me as well.
right,
So it's like,
Kingdom
and
of Science says, I was born and raised in Philly. I had the privilege of watching Corrupted Mind. They they definitely captured the realness and the reality of the street life of my hometown. Fire
fast,
emoji.
thank
That's
you.
a fact.
fast.
That's a fact.
You
That's
know,
definitely a fact.
and I
Um,
agree on everything both of y'all kings is saying. You know, it's a different world in just business. And you know what I got from this interview and like the last three that we did was
mhm,
all the kings was saying they had to get knocked down, say no, walk away from something,
yeah,
all types of things. So if like please, I need everyone to take in a message of you going to get knocked down, you're going to take losses. It's times I had a show, then the whole station shut down. Like you can't
Mhm.
predict the future or what's going to happen. All you could do is keep on rising to the occasion
you
and
know,
just keep on doing your thing. That's
and
all.
the thing about that is, you know, I say this all the time, and I'm gonna keep saying it probably for the rest of my life. Pressure creates diamonds. You know what I'm saying? And when you get a setback, it only sets you up for the get back. We hear that everywhere, but it's really the truth. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
Um, I definitely had a whole bunch of setbacks. You know what I'm saying? So getting shot in the head was the biggest setback for me because I had so many plans and I had just got married. I just
Mhm.
got married. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying?
that's
And
crazy.
we wasn't even married a whole year yet. Yeah, like
Mhm.
I get popped in the top, like you know what I'm saying. So it slows life down. But the great thing about it is, um, I got to see my son be born. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
And even with that, I got to see my son born, but I had meningitis in my brain right after that. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? So it was setback after setback. So I had to
right,
go through those struggles and still get my body right, get my mind right to get back to where I needed to be for my family. And
Right.
12 years later, here we are, still here. We pushing and we on the show right now. I'm doing
Mhm.
something that I thought I would never do. You know what I'm saying? Talking to a filmmaker who make dope films. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
you just keep working and God will bless you. You know what I'm saying? And you keep your faith rooted. Keep your faith. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, the spiritual is definitely important. And without the spiritual, it's not gonna work. So I definitely agree with you on that. I wanted to piggyback from what you said earlier. That's why I'm speaking on that now.
Right.
Um, so how do you handle the pressure of being in the spotlight?
Um, I really just handle it now because after a while it's just like once millions of people seeing your work and doing premieres and this is kind of like a normal thing now, and I try to just decipher on the love and hate, but it's a good feeling when you have all the love, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm not doing no malicious things to get this spotlight on me. So
Right.
all the viewers or the viewership is, positive and is love. So I get a lot of support in my neighborhood. Um, just going out, getting some breakfast and, hugs and appreciation, So
I want to piggyback off of that. That's the main thing that real people want is appreciation, not glorification. Is a big difference. If
Absolutely.
mhm,
somebody wants you to always praise them or something, then
mhm,
recognizing your blessings. And me and Tig just was talking about that, how sometimes God will put people in our path to bless us, and it might be for a short time, it might be for that one time or for a long time. But either way, all of these components make us who we are, and when we acknowledge them, that's when God keep on giving you more things and bigger things and bigger
Absolutely.
opportunities. So,
And
do
open
right
more
by people.
doors. You know what I'm saying? And then you just
Also,
have to decipher which door is a God door and which door is a devil door.
if
You know
you
what I'm
can
mhm,
saying?
tell, because the
Because
devil door
definitely the
wants you
devil
away
opened
from your
doors too.
family. They want you tired. They want you busy so much that you don't even realize that you're tired. And that
mhm,
happened to me, like me doing so much, people asking me this for that. Can you do this, that? To the point that when everything popped off, I was so tired, y'all. So tired I couldn't even take the job. God really sat me down. So
Hmm.
I told people don't overwork, because if it's from God, it's no expectations. Like if you don't do this, you can't have it, or you got to do this to have it.
mhm.
Right. That's definitely dope.
I
So,
go over
what's your
somebody's
take
head.
on social media, the effect on mental health, including online scrutiny and comparisons to your work? How
Lord,
do you handle that?
Online scrutiny, as far as like in general, or to my like as far as
As far as both personal life
um
and your work, how do you handle all of that?
um yeah, social media is is a crazy drug, um because there's definitely so much content on there, so much going on, so much news, so it's hard to concentrate on um the actual art of things nowadays because there's so much um shade and slander. um you have the black community putting each other down,
man,
um and then you have the white community lifting each other up. Then you have all types of cultures doing things, but it seems like the black community is the more destructive. Um, but I'm looking at it as if you give somebody a tool to destroy their home, would they do it? You know, if
Honestly,
you
it's
actually give,
happening.
give
Yeah, it's
people
been going
resources.
on for
It's been
for
going
for
on for years.
generations,
So,
generations of genocide and generations of legacies taken away because of the choices we've made as a people.
right.
Over that, I feel as though there's a time now. That's part of the purpose of my show, bro. Uh, Part of the purpose of my show is to talk about ways to make things better in our community. That's
Mhm.
why I
Right.
did the thing like interview Cornell West. He one of the most historical figures of our time and one of the biggest
Exactly.
activists since
Mhm.
Martin Luther King. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And young people need to see that because honestly, the OGs of art that's out now, there ain't too many of them talking about no activists and all of that.
He
When we
worried
But
came
about
up, we was
showing off
having that.
and all that.
the
Facts.
We
OGs
had that.
of
You know what I'm saying?
they trying to fit in with the
Right,
young
Yeah, they
crowd.
exactly. And I
You
do
know,
want to say this for a second as someone who genuinely always had my own platforms and stuff like that. I want to say that whether young or old, it's about what we spreading through this. Because since back then, we've been spreading a message of being together in our music, through our content. And this is
right,
every single one of y'all that I see in here. So when we speak, we gotta keep in mind that as well as it's people that's evil and taking advantage of people, then it's
right.
people like us that just give people opportunity and stuff. So, I like to use our light as a time to focus on that fact that it's people like me that when I ran into them, it never was about money. When I ran into Tig, it ain't about money. It's about the betterment of what we're doing and uplifting people. And if you got
mhm.
a
Right.
platform to do that, then
That's a
then
fact.
don't just make it about you. If you making music and it's just for you, don't put it out. That's what someone told me. If you making music and it's to glorify yourself, do not put it out.
That's
Right.
grandiosity. And we live in a time where there's so much narcissism and grandiosity. Um,
Hmm.
it's really a time where people are so fixated on themselves. We got all the women in the mirror so much all the time. We got all the men. We got men in the mirror a lot all the time now. You know
The
what
top
I'm saying?
streamers be men on everything that I'm on is not the women no more. It's like everybody in a competition, but growth is not a
Right.
competition. When you
Yeah,
start working on yourself,
everybody's
you
me,
know,
me, me, me syndrome. You know what I'm
you
Hmm.
saying?
gotta
So
spread that love. Like if you're not spreading your knowledge, your love, opportunities, then what is it all for? So that's
what
what
is
I
it
always
all
say.
for?
What is it all
So
for
because
if you're not
because at
spreading?
the point I feel as though female empowerment and dominance is so important nowadays because it's not naturally given to the woman. Is a lot of men being dominant out here, but in the wrong ways and
in the wrong
misguiding.
ways.
They dominance is not even influencing. You know, so that's why there's a lot
That's
of less father figures in this world. So the last of the Mohicans, I can stand here and say. So I stand up for a purpose for sure. Um,
facts.
and and just learning your community. Like it's a lot of times that me growing up, I had bigger cousins. I always hanging out with my father. Never really wanted to hang out with, you know, quote unquote the low lives.
Right,
The low lives of they look at their life low. They don't look higher. So um a lot of people when they see me when I'm in these urban communities, because I love the hood, just love the whole ratchet, thing about it, because is I learned to mold myself into a situation of not judging people. Oh,
Right.
this person is, whatever, whatever. I'm not judging this person. More, I want to understand this person, you know.
right,
Right.
So the more of understanding and less judging, I feel as though can help, because a lot of people don't want to change because they feel as though they are already judged. Or you already think about me this way, so I might as well be this way,
Right.
right,
you know. So when they look in the eyes of a lot of people, they don't see a way out. They see influencers that's actually out here you could touch them. Oh, what's up? And they'll see like, oh, yo, I appreciate you, because it really come from a strong base and a real base because they don't have nothing else. Yeah, they can watch social media, TV and all these, celebrities and stuff like that. But who is actually looking at these people in their eyes to give them hope, you
Right.
know, change their lives?
Right. And this is what this show is for, to speak on things like
Right.
this and to create a mind switch for the youth. Not
Hmm.
just
Right.
the youth, the people in our age range as well. You know what I'm saying?
Because it
And
passed down. Like, there's a frequency passed down. Like, so say if you watching something negative and then and out of nowhere it goes into your kids because they just want some. Oh, mom, I'm hungry, or dad,
it
can you play
starts
with
at home.
me? It'll be something simple, and then it's like,
Definitely starts at
oh
home.
no, go somewhere, like,
And
and
I
then you
do want
wonder
to
why
speak on that.
babies
That not
cry,
only is
you
the
know.
show about that, I want to say that we exude that through our children and things like that. I tell people, you want to get
Absolutely.
to know people, look at their kids, look at the way they take care of their family. Do they care about their mother, their father, or whoever is there? Because some people don't got either. They might got a homie. You know how you mentioned Nah. When I first encountered Gutter, Nah been there with him the first day I met him. All after like he really was someone that was there with him. Some people is going to be there forever. Some people, like I said, there for a moment.
Yeah,
But when
yeah.
God
For a
work, when
moment.
you a good person, you're never going to be all the way alone. And that's what we got to realize. Like, that's what I took from everything he said, that I had moments that crazy things happened, but it might was this person that was there, or my family, my cousins. Like, we are all a village. It's not about no negativity, no nothing, because you only going to keep around you who make you feel good if that's what you looking for.
Right.
So shout out to everyone that just uplifted him through that hard time, because guess what? His movie is out and y'all can watch it all over the world. Tell them where they can watch your movie at.
You can watch it streaming on Tubi. They say
Right.
it's in Walmart, but I don't. It's crazy.
I'm gonna
I
have to
saw
go
it.
see.
He
I'm
got
really
movies
gonna
at
ride the
Walmart. That's a flex. Yes, saying that's a flex.
Yeah.
everybody in there,
Shout out to
okay?
you, bro. Shout out to you, bro. That's definitely dope. You know what I'm saying? Because that's right there with the entertainment section in Walmart. You feel me?
Yo,
Yeah.
So,
I'm so proud of you. I am. Yo, that's what's up.
so how do you think the entertainment industry can do better with mental health awareness?
Um, by not attacking triggers. I feel as though a lot of television play on uh, mental awareness. Um,
Mm.
it's a lot of shows. I think this one actor that just, and he specifically did it on schizophrenia,
Mm.
and it comes to show like when you're not scared to express that as far as your experience, so somebody can deal with it, because I see a lot of like television that support LGBTQ, that support the drama, the reality shows, and the ratchetness. So it's a lot of um, support, because a lot of people watch ratchet shows because they don't want to be ratchet. They just
Mhm.
want to be in the range of judging it and watching it, you know.
Have
Um,
something to talk about or someone to talk about.
and
Right.
racism is a high content factor in
It's at an
movies.
all-time high right now, higher than it's ever been.
They even play it off as a joke, because if you could laugh about a racial slur, we can get over it. It's our way of healing. People saying the N word and
Why it's frozen? I'm gonna say that's why I love comedy. because it could take something that was meant to hurt you and really break you down and make you smile. That, to me, I feel like comedians are some of the strongest people out here. Artists, directors, painters, we taking our pain, and instead of going and putting it onto other people or hurting other people, you taking your hurt, your emotions, your pain, your happiness, and you finding a way to project it without breaking people down. So I commend you for having your platform. I commend you for, not only having a platform, but them young men, even in heaven, they never gonna forget that, yo, before I wasn't here no more, I did a movie. They never gonna die. I don't think people understand that by the things we do, you never die. Your spirit is still carrying
Yeah.
on,
Still here.
and now people could
Absolutely.
go and watch it
It
everywhere.
lingers
You hear
on.
me?
Hey, that's so surreal because I felt them at the premiere, even if they wasn't there in a physical form. I felt them. So that's why, like, I was like, yo, I gotta carry it on. The chip is already on my shoulder. Um, and as far as Tali back and what he said, as far as I can't think of it's a couple dope movies that focus on mental awareness that helped me a lot, you know, because even living in the city of Philly is like traumatizing, to be honest with
Absolutely.
you. When I was younger, I don't know why, but uh, the, the the normal person that live in a city, they'll stay on their block, you know. But me, I was a wanderer. I always walking around from Germantown to North Philly to North Philly
He said I was a
downtown.
wanderer, okay?
Yeah, I was
Jump
running
right
up,
there.
so I get it. Hop on the bus, go whatever, keep catching the L, and just keep going.
Yeah, just
Yo,
moving
listen.
around and
See how far I can go. Yeah,
yeah, and
explore explore the city.
Right,
yeah, the one thing I do is pay attention to people. Like
right.
um, I pay attention to people conversations. Um, I pay attention to people movements. So it's just like you start getting a seventh, eighth sense once you get into the craft of doing movies. And I didn't even know why I did that when I was younger. Like I pay attention a lot. Like I'm real newsy. Like I can hear you. I might got small ears, but I can hear.
Right, right.
So it's just like it's reading. I'm just real good on reading. I went from having 50 people around me to having literally one or two. And I had people that around me that look at me and say, "Yo, Gudda, I die for you, man. Whatever you like, come on, bro. You gotta live for
Nobody that
yourself."
care about you wants you to do that. Like,
Right, right.
But
That's a
when
fact.
people put that on you, that
It
have
becomes
you,
a responsibility when they do
yeah,
that.
now, right, yeah, now I'm responsible for you. Now I'm in a state of mind of like, oh yeah, I got these guys that's gonna kill for me. So whatever dumb shit ooh, excuse my language, um, whatever dumb stuff I do, they're gonna rock with, and I don't think that's cool because
it's
there's a
not.
lot of people that's looking at that, and people will say, "Oh, I was raised up on listening to this music, like you raised me," and it sounds cool, but it's like a lot of people what they was raised on was just like
A
you
lot,
know a lie. It
a
was a
lot.
base. Lie.
Can we bring
So
up P&B Shiz for a second? Remember, he was on here and he said, I wish that me and P&B Rock didn't make some of the content that we did, because he was the first person that was a music artist to admit on the show that I've encountered that
Mhm.
he actually made some of that bad stuff happen by the music he used to make.
Yeah, words have power. Absolutely.
Yes.
mm,
And
Words have
thoughts, the
power, and we
thoughts
can
in
speak
the
them into
words.
fruition.
Facts.
Absolutely. That was a dope thing to bring back up, Fox,
It
because I remember.
reminded me of that when he was talking. It was like that, but from a different perspective. And I think
Mhm.
people need to hear that. Like, if you hear a director a rapper, a producer. Like you hear multiple people saying the same thing in a different way. That's really a message to pay attention to. Like it can get real dark and stuff out here, and God gonna make sure it's a light right there. You gotta search for or acknowledge if when it's there. He
Mhm.
acknowledged already, like Kid Nice. Like I said, when people is for you, they don't gotta say it. It's an emotion. It's an action. It's not
Yeah,
really more so the words that they saying to
Yeah,
reassure you.
and
Like
he
Tig
never had to
Noted.
say.
I don't
He
talk
never
to
had
him
to
a lot.
say.
I just do
yeah.
stuff
When
and
that
then I
light
hit
is
you up and
there,
be like, "What's up?"
that's a part of his voice, and you gotta hear him and follow the voice
Yeah,
because the
yeah,
voice
nice.
gonna take you straight to the light. You know what I'm saying?
And it's
So
proven and putting, because he, like, tied back in what you said, he never had to say that to me. He always
He
showed
never
action.
had to say it. You
You
never
know,
have to. I don't come around people and be like, "Yo, I got you forever," and because we don't know what we gonna be here for. Like that's the
right,
for real. Like
right.
I don't think people think
We
about the
all on
stuff they
borrowed
say to
time.
us
Like,
sometimes.
right?
Like, "Oh, I
yeah.
got you, bro, man. I'm gonna go to the grave for you." All right, let me jump in the queue and see if you gonna jump in front of me because listen, go ahead. So I
Yeah,
do have a
man.
question though. What's next for you? Meaning, like, say me, like, I'll use a quick example. As a painter, I feel like after I paint for a while, now it's time for me to go do more art exhibits and stuff. What is next for you? Are you working on another movie project? Are you working on, doing something that's completely other than that, like a clothing, like just whatever? What is your next thing?
Well, part two. I'm gonna have a part two.
Right,
Um, and I'll probably be the last. Uh, that'll be the last episode in my eyes.
right,
I say for a while, and I want to turn the leaf and start my film. Grass is greener. So that's basically about relationships that's toxic, and you thinking that the grass is greener on the other side.
right.
Why not being, sometimes it wind up being. So
Mm-hmm.
just showing that perspective, because I went through a lot of relationship experiences that I would like to bring out in the forefront. And I think it can be a healing process for a lot of people that's going through relationship barriers.
Men and women. Yeah, that's
Thank you
dope.
for sharing that.
Mhm.
So
Listen,
let's
I
talk about this
enjoyed
trailer.
this one. Go ahead. Do your thing.
Go ahead, Fox. Go ahead, Fox.
Oh no, I was listening. I'm just excited. I like when y'all have good subjects. I wasn't asking nothing. I was listening. Go ahead, do your
All
thing.
right, so let's talk about this trailer that we about to play. Tell the people what they about to see, because we got a few minutes, so we're gonna close out with the trailer.
Oh, the Corrupted Mind trailer. Yeah, it's based on a movie. The movie is based on individuals that's stuck in a cycle, um, prison, um, and life and death. Um, and it shows the diversities in decisions, decision making. Um, Putting your trust into the wrong people, not trusting yourself. Um, yeah, that's basically it. And realizing that the cycle can only be broken with you, because people can be having a family cycle, like or his pop was
Generational curse. Yes.
generational curse, yeah. And
We
you the only
generational curse breakers, all three of us.
That part.
right,
And I
And
just
those teas are
listen,
going
yo.
away too, folks. Generational curse breaker teas definitely gonna be available for y'all. You know what I'm saying?
right.
And I do want to say this for a second. Please make sure y'all are following all our social media. Follow his YouTube. Okay. Follow his Instagram, TikTok, like everywhere y'all can follow Gudda Films, man. Check him out everywhere so that y'all could keep up with the new projects that he got going on and with who and all of that good stuff.
Mhm.
Let's get it. We about to play the trailer. Corrupted Minds sequel.
With or without me, it's gonna go one or two ways. And you like getting money, right? So with that being said, let's get money.
The lack of my education doesn't mean that I'm not dedicated to pursue a better way of life outside of reality that I'm living in.
Oh, so y'all the new youngins doing the runs now, huh? What's your name?
My name Tariq Boyd.
What's your name?
Tariq Boyd.
Who you, tough guy?
Jamal Harris.
Jamal what?
Jamal Harris, man.
Roger. Watch your man.
Tamika,
Their names.
they got these drug dealers out here doing the devil's work right in front of the church. I can't believe this. We sit here trying to worship the Lord and they out here selling drugs. I don't know what we gonna do about this city. God help us.
That cell is very cool, you know what I'm saying? Sleeping on them benches and all that. Y'all sure y'all ready for that? My man, no phone calls, no commissary, no none of that. Y'all sure y'all ready for that? It's the grown man's game. I hope you're ready for it.
There's certain ways that I gotta start moving around here, so it's gonna be somebody that I trust with my life doing the picks and the drops now. So
what you mean is somebody you trust with your life? What's going on?
give or take. We giving way too many options with no opportunities. Survive or die.
That was
part.
definitely was dope.
Yo,
Yeah,
listen,
man.
the world need more of y'all out here, so I just thank you for being, just like I said, genuine and creating your art. Since I met you, you never stopped. Okay, y'all don't never see you stopping. And listen, y'all go support this young king, okay? He been creating, and I'm so happy that all of y'all get a chance to see it all over the world. Corrupted Mind, okay?
Yes, go
That
check
part.
the film out, y'all. Yo, so before we go, let me ask you two more questions. One, how does a person get on Netflix or Tubi? What's the process that they got to go through? Tell the young filmmakers out here what it is out there.
Well, when I started off, I had a couple deals, possible deals. Hulu first. This one Nas was living. Hulu was interested. But it's like, to be long story short, it's just all about the connections. Like, yeah, you can do the festivals and stuff like that, probably get a distribution deal, but I got my distribution deal from a third party, and it's all about what works with you as far as the deals. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because you can a 60-40 or 80-20, or you can, as far as Netflix, they'll give you advancement because they have a membership, so they are VOD.
Right.
So it's different things for different streaming platforms.
And
So
right, that is good advice right
but
there.
I say, me having Corrupted Minds on Tubi since February, um, the stats on it being on there is pretty good. Pretty good. Tubi is very supportive on independent filmmakers, especially the Black filmmakers. and it's giving us a chance, to have a
Right.
fighting chance to make quality work that can compete with the industry. So as far as deals, when they knock on the door, you just gotta have your business right. That's the only thing I really could tell you. Um, because it's not like uploading stuff on YouTube, because it's
Right.
like you gotta wait. It gotta go to quality control. Once it goes through quality control, it takes 2 months to go on a site. Or if a distributor like your movie,
Right.
they will push for your movie to be on different platforms.
Right.
So you have to have a good agent and a distributor to have to believe in your project. Sometimes your project may be good to you, but if a distributor feels as though they can't make money from it, they won't sign you. So it's a tricky game because I
It
almost don't
is.
sign because my movie is something is Corrupted Minds is something different because it has like a documentary feel, and then
Right.
it's a slow start. So I took the chance of even coming up with my own style of coming into the movie game. You know what I'm saying? Because it wasn't a standard way of the way my shot selections, to stand up when Tunk was talking, to the camera, but it's all enlightenment of directors that inspired me, like Spike Lee and Quentin Tarantino, um, yeah, John Singleton. So, and just to formulate all that and whatever your influence is, because I always hear Mayweather say like he always took like the styles of all these fighters and he applied it to himself, you know. So to tie it back on what Fox said, if you're doing a project, you're doing anything, if you're doing it for a self reason, it's not going to work. Because
It's not
there's a lot of people that come to me and say, "Oh yeah, I want to do a movie on my life. I went through so much. Nobody got a story like me, blah, 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 blah." You're
Mhm.
right. You're definitely right. But it can't just be you.
Yeah,
You know
you
what I'm
got to
saying?
do it with
other
the intent,
people
or
played
this
a
could
part
help
in your life,
somebody.
and that's the part of the story that you have to highlight as well.
Even
Um,
as a music artist, y'all cannot just say the short tip that will really help somebody with y'all speaking on. People gotta understand that even music, it is a conversation. So when you making a song, it's a conversation with a person that's not there, and it doesn't matter what the subject is. It matters that you are understanding that you communicating with other people other than yourself, even if you can't
absolutely,
see them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
absolutely.
So yeah, it's because like the deals is it could get you just gotta know who you sign up with.
Right.
I could have went with a sci-fi company, but I was gonna be their first black film, so I was gonna take a risk. So my first time coming in is like, do I want to go against the grain of taking a risk, going against the machine, putting my movie in my own app, and then just doing like that, or I can just play ball with the supporting um, platform that support this content. So I went with the deal in LA. I signed the deal with the nice lady from LA. So she understand the vision, and she signed me to the deal. And yeah, first couple months we did 600,000 views.
That's
So
awesome. That's
Right.
awesome, bro.
That's really good.
Congratulations, man.
yeah. So
Congratulations.
yeah, I appreciate it. And
You
it was just
deserve it,
like
man.
it's like when I seen it, it was just like wasn't too much of a surprise, but I just knew that it was like past due. A lot of people wanted to see it um, for a lot of reasons.
Right.
And
Right.
it was my first time on Tubi. I think I came out when a couple good movies was released the same time my movie was released on Tubi. because a lot of industry movies re-release their movies on Tubi. If it's not doing that well on Netflix, Netflix, they're very anal on if something's not being watched, they'll you have
Like just
till
pull it down.
you got till tomorrow. We're taking the show off tomorrow. So
Tomorrow. Like he said tomorrow. And another
I
tip
mean,
he
they are
said
the
is
movie genres.
connections. Oh
Mhm.
no, go ahead, Tig. I didn't mean to cut
No,
you
go
off.
ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
No, I just wanted to say that me and Tick have these conversations because I'm very big on I don't hold knowledge. If I know anything and I can tell somebody, I'm gonna tell you. Now I said all this to say we talked about how it's different jobs and people be doing different things they don't understand they doing. An agent definitely is someone that helps you push your stuff along. Like even my oldest son, he just started modeling, but he went under Casablanca. Even though I could tell him stuff, they going to train him exactly or what he need to know, and then he could take the things other people gotta say and use that. But by having an agent, he automatically gets booked for modeling jobs soon as he started. Now, in music is not the same, or in directing or other fields. So you really gotta educate yourself because most of the time when people start making it to things, all the biggest things that happened to me was because somebody that was already there gave it to me. I couldn't buy it. I couldn't force them to tell, they gave it to me. So I don't care
Mhm.
what position it is. If you realize it's what everything he said through this whole interview, y'all, it was somebody that saw something in you, somebody that wanted to tell you something, they gonna put you, so it happens from off the person that you are. So just stay true to who
Absolutely.
y'all are, man. That's it.
Yeah, and be careful on representing yourself because a lot of people that's artists are naturally born introverts. So I had to train myself to be an extrovert, in due time.
Extrovert, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just like
Yeah.
if you're putting yourself in an uncomfortable situation by having a business meeting about signing a 2 to 5 year deal and you don't know what's going on, you can be signing something and then you're not happy about the results because
Right.
you didn't have that, you know. So sometimes in situations I like, oh man, I wish I would have had an agent, because so anyway,
Or
but I
even a
learned through
manager,
time.
something, y'all. Have
Yeah, I
some
learned through
type of
time
form
by
of
just
someone other than
yeah,
you.
yeah. But I learned through time like representing yourself is the best thing to do, but you need training on it. But if you don't, I do advise getting an agent. But agents is just gonna go to bat for you to get the best product so they can make money because it's a three-man system. So if you're not
Yeah,
able
that's
to
a
represent,
money thing with agents,
yeah.
though. Didn't I tell
So
you that some things cost
Yeah, you did.
money?
You
It
told me
might
that.
bring money to you, but it's not good to get one before you already start making money, because then you're
mhm,
going to have someone in there getting money from you for something that they ain't even help you build up, do nothing for, or nothing. They just
yeah,
shopping you.
yeah, yeah. And then it's like my first deal, I asked if they was going to help out on the release on premieres.
Right.
And they said, yeah, we got you on one, but that's about it. And then they said we're gonna put the
What?
movie on Redbox. I said Redbox, Redbox, like you go into the market.
Yeah, the
Yeah, like
joint
when
where
that
you get
joint
the
that's
movies out the
outside, like
out the little box,
CVS and stuff.
Yeah,
and you gotta
Right.
yeah,
bring it back.
Yo,
yeah,
I'm cracking up.
yeah. So I
Yeah.
was like, in the time we in right now, I don't think Redbox would be good. Like, I just wanted it to be accessible. I just wanted it to be so people could
Accessible,
see
and
it.
it
I didn't
is.
care about putting $20 on a rental and nah. It didn't take
Right.
me $1 million to make it. So it's just like, here, digest it. I want y'all to see it. I'm
Right.
not trying to put all this complications for you to see it, or you got to pay for a membership, then you got to pay
Right.
$20, and no,
And
I'm not
this
doing
and
all
that. I like that. I respect
that.
that.
Tubi was the best route for me, and a lot of my cast members for they past, they wanted me to go that route. It was either Hulu or Tubi for me. So
Right.
yeah.
All right.
And
So my last and final question, which is something that I ask every single guest that has been on here. If it's one thing that life has taught you, what is that and why?
One thing life taught me. don't live your life in the past.
Mm.
You will never have a future.
Mm.
Because your past is already making you prevail. You know what I'm saying? Everything we experience in our past lives is what made us now to this point.
Right.
Because not to geek out, but I remember the movie Flash, right? And he said to Batman, he was like, actually Bruce Wayne, because he didn't have his suit on. He's like, "Don't you wish you could go back in the past and
It's like that wouldn't make us who we are."
Yes, yeah, that wouldn't make us who we are, you know. So it's like all the trauma and the
Right.
pain and stuff like that. You know, I always think like, damn, if I didn't go through this, man, I could have been here, or you know. So I can't live in the past. I only can move to the forward. So it's
Right.
like it's a blessing, even, you know, waking up every day is a blessing. Speaking to like-minded people like y'all, and it's a blessing just being digested in the right way, so it can be learned from. You know,
Right.
because I'm not
The
trying to fit
blessing was
in
ours,
it.
man, because you came here, you opened up, you shared
It
from the
was
moment
awesome.
you came on here, and I want to thank you for that, because you know it takes a lot to do that. You know what I'm saying? It definitely takes a lot to do that, to share
Yeah,
your past traumas and experiences, and this is what the show is about. We started this show. We want to help people relate and be vocal about their experiences while they still work,
yeah,
because this is what it's about, venting and getting it out so you can still be able to do what you do at a
yeah,
high
like
rate.
therapy. In some
Right.
other ways, like therapy. You know, because
Right.
like
And this is
a lot of
exactly what it
people.
is. They call me the hood therapist. You know what I'm saying? So I like that title they gave the, folks around my hood. They gave me the hood therapist. So,
Right.
I'm embracing it. I actually go to therapy, so that's a good thing. You know what I'm saying? I got PTSD. I got shot in the head. I'll be having all types of things, nightmares, all types. You know what I'm saying? So
And I had
sometimes I
to put
relive
myself
those
through that
things.
therapy, y'all. I feel you. Like when I
Mm,
tell y'all, that's a
So
part of
this is
growing when
therapy
you
right here.
realize,
You know what
like,
I'm
look, I
saying?
gotta work on myself. I had to work on myself. We all constantly are projects, y'all. Meaning we all constantly gonna keep on working on ourselves and changing the way we think, who we are. But listen, don't let that love change, okay? For
That's
yourselves
the
and
thing.
others. Don't never give up, y'all. Don't think the world's so bad that nobody care, because it is people such as Gudda, Tig, myself, his tribe, their tribe. We care still. So, make sure y'all tap in, okay?
And it's also okay to make the world small, just so you can have that moment of peace for yourself.
mm,
Listen,
Remember
cut
that,
your phone
folks.
off if you have to. Whatever you got to do for your peace and self growth, do that.
mm.
Thanks.
Man, I want to thank you for coming on again. You know what I'm
Appreciate
saying? You gotta come on stirring the pot when you know what I'm saying, and show people a little bit more of the movie. You know what I'm saying? That's the other show. We come on when you first come on, we all stir the pot, you know what I'm saying? And everybody just talk and get it in, you know what I'm saying? We have
it.
a little fun. So thank you for coming, man.
It's a pleasure.
We gonna end the show, folks. Africa, UK, Puerto Rico. Oh, I just found out Jamaica be watching. Shout out to
Jamaica got you.
y'all.
Listen, we love y'all.
Yeah.
Thank y'all for watching. It's been another episode of the Pot Podcast with Tigmatic, Jamie the Fox, Guddafilms, and we out. Peace.